two newspapers, India Today and Business Times. Okay, so let us assume that set A represents peoples who read India Today only, who read India Today. Okay, and set B represents the peoples who read Business Times. Okay, what I have done, I have just considered two sets. First one is set A and B, and set A represent people reading India Today, and set B represent people reading Business Times. Okay, now try to represent given data in the question in set form. Okay, so if this is the case, then what this 1200 represent in the question? It was found that 1200 read India Today. Okay, and India Today is represented by which set? A set. So what will be cardinality of A? Cardinality of A will become 1200. Okay. Similarly, how many read Business Times? See here. 900 read Business Times. Okay. So in our example, B represents set reading Business Times. So what will be cardinality of B? Cardinality of B will become 900. Okay, and what 400 they have mentioned? 400 read both. Means those people who are reading both India Today and Business Times. What is the count of that people? 400. So how to write this in set form? A intersection B, because they are common. Intersection we are using whenever we are dealing with common data. So cardinality of A intersection B will become 400. Okay. One more number is given in the question, that is in a survey of 2000 people. Okay, means overall how many peoples are there? 2000. Means 2000 will represent what? Universal set, because overall 2000 peoples are there. So cardinality of universal set in this case will become what? 2000. Okay, so getting this point, cardinality of A we have got 1200, then B 900, A intersection B 400, and A cardinality of universal set will be 2000. Okay, now see, now what we have to find? How many read at least one magazine and how many read none. So for that, here we can apply principle of mutual exclusion. Okay, principle of mutual inclusion and exclusion. So what is a condition, what is a expression that we have discussed for principle of mutual inclusion and exclusion? That is cardinality of A union B will be equal to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B, right? So here cardinality of A we are having in question, that is in data, that is 1200. Then B also we are having. Then A intersection B also we are having this particular value 400. Okay, so let us insert value here. Cardinality of A, that is 1200, plus cardinality of B, that is 900, minus cardinality of A intersection B, that is 400. So 2100 minus 400, here we will get 1700. Okay, so what this 1700 represents? It is A union B. Now A union B means what? People who are reading either India Today or Business Time. If you remember, in case of union, or keyword we have discussed in the definition. Okay, if you forget it, you just go through definition of union. Okay, and in intersection we have taken and keyword. Okay, and keyword. If you are finding any difficulty in recalling this point, then you may go through the definition which we have discussed earlier. In union or keyword we have to use, and in intersection and keyword. Okay, so here union is there, means or, and A represents what? A represents people's reading India Today, and B represents people reading Business Times. Okay, so cardinality of A union B 1700 we are getting. So 1700 means what? They are peoples who are reading either India Today or Business Time. Okay, because union is given, Business Time. Okay, so its meaning is what? How many people's reading at least one magazine at least one magazine means 1700, because or is given here in between. So only 1700 peoples are there which are reading either India Today or Business Time. Okay, and then one more sub question was asked, that is how many reading none. Okay, means 1700 are reading at least one, that may be either India Today or Business Time. Okay, so if you want to find how many are reading none, then for that you can use this formula, universal set minus A union B. So universal set value is what, 200, minus A union B value we have just now calculated, that is 1700. So there will be 300 peoples who are neither reading India Today nor Business Times. Okay, so point that you have to remember is when union come, either or, and when intersection come, neither nor. Okay, so this is how we have got answer of this particular question. Okay, let us discuss one more question here. Okay, slightly different question. See, let's read this question first. Among the integer 1 to 300, find how many are not divisible by 5, not divisible by 3, not 5, here 3 is given, nor divisible by 5. Okay, how many are not divisible by 3 nor divisible by 5, and also find how many are divisible by 3 but nor by 7. Okay, actually see, slightly confusing question now. Okay, how many digits they have given? We have to find numbers divisible by 3, 5 and 7. So 3 numbers are there. Okay, so after getting these types of questions, as I said earlier, you have to represent data given in question in set form. Okay, so let us assume here set A represents the numbers which are divisible by 3, then set B represents number divisible by 5, and set C represents number divisible by 7. Okay, how many numbers they have given? 1 to 300 means universal set cardinality will be in this case what, 300, because total 300 numbers we have to consider. So universal set cardinality will be 300. Okay, and A represents divisible by 3, B divisible by 5, and C divisible by 7. Okay, now what we have to find? See here, read question. Find how many are not divisible by 3 nor by 5. Here A and B represent divisible by 3 and 5. So what actually we have to find? We have to find in set form this one. See, cardinality of A complement intersection B complement, because A and B represent divisible by 3 and 5, but in question what they have mentioned? Not divisible by 3 nor by 5, or is there. Okay, so in this case we have to find what? Cardinality of A complement intersection B complement. And second part what they said, and also find in question C, also find how many are divisible by 3 nor by 7. Okay, means what we have to find? We have to find A, cardinality of A minus C. Okay, cardinality of A minus C means divisible by 3 but nor by 7. Minus means what we have discussed, element present in A but absent from C. Its meaning is what? We have to, A means what? Divisible by 3, and C means divisible by 7. But A minus C means present in A, absent from C. So its meaning is what? Divisible by 3 but not divisible by 7. So that's why here we have to find cardinality of A minus C. Okay, now here to get answer of this particular question, we have to use De Morgan's law. So this is the expression of De Morgan's law we have discussed earlier. Okay, that is A complement intersection B complement will be equal to what? A union B overall complement. So this is De Morgan's law. We have already discussed its expression earlier. Okay, and according to this question what we have to find? We have to find this cardinality of A complement intersection B complement. Okay, so how to find this? For that we have used this De Morgan's law, means we have to find this value. Okay, so if you want to find this value, then see cardinality of A union B overall complement, this one, okay, will be equal to what? Cardinality of universal set minus A union B, so that we will get value of cardinality of A union B complement. Okay, so now here see cardinality of A union B. Here this part, how to get this value, cardinality of A union B, cardinality of universal set we are having here 300, right? So how to find, to get value of this particular part, we will require value of this one as well as this one. So value of this universal set we are having, that is 300. Okay, so value of this part we have to find. Okay, so if you want to find this part, then see cardinality of A union B. For that we can apply again principle of mutual exclusion and inclusion and exclusion, which we have discussed earlier. So cardinality of A union B will be equal to cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. Okay, so this is what, this is principle of mutual inclusion and exclusion. Okay, why we are doing this? Because to get the value of this A union B overall complement, we must first require this value. So this value we can calculate by using this expression. Okay, now to get value of this one, we must find value of cardinality of A, B and A intersection B. Okay, so how to find cardinality of A? See, A represents what? A represents, denotes numbers, integers which are divisible by 3. Okay, and how many integers are there? 300. So if you want to find cardinality of A, then it will be like cardinality of 300 overall numbers divided by the number divisible by 3. So this number A represent 3. So 300 divided by 3, we will get 100. So 100 is nothing but that is cardinality of A. 100 is nothing but that is cardinality of A. Similarly, if you want to find cardinality of B, then B set represents what? Number divisible by 5. So 300 divisible by 5. So what value we are getting? 60. So cardinality of B is 60. And if you want to find cardinality of A intersection B, then A and B represents what? 3 and 5. Numbers divisible by 3 and 5. So in the denominator 3 into 5, that is 15, and numerator will become same 300. In all cases numerator will be 300. Now in case of A intersection B, denominator will be 3 into 5 because A represents 3 and B represents 5. So 3 into 5, 15. So 300 divided by 15 will get answer as 20. Okay, so we are having now value of cardinality of A, B and A intersection B. Okay, so though we are having this value, now we can calculate this value, cardinality of A union B. So how to find? So cardinality of A, that is 100 plus B 60 and minus A intersection B, that is 20. So 100 plus 60, 160 minus 20, we are getting 140. Okay, so this is value of what? A union B. Okay, and now we are having value of universal set cardinality as well as this cardinality. So we can get this value, A union B overall complement. So A union B overall complement will be equal to universal set is 300 minus A union B cardinality we have calculated, that is 140. So 300 minus 140, we are getting 160. Okay, so finally what? A union B overall complement, we have got this value. Okay, so it's what? 160. Okay, so what 160 represents here is, see, what 160 represents in this case is 160 integers between 1 and 300 are not divisible by 3 and 5. Okay, so this is answer of first part. And then answer of second part, see, in the second part we have to find cardinality of A minus C. Okay, so here you can apply second theorem which we have discussed earlier. So cardinality of A minus C will be equal to cardinality of A minus cardinality of A intersection C. So cardinality of A we have already calculated here. See, cardinality of A, what is cardinality of A? That is 100. Okay, and here we have to just calculate cardinality of A intersection C. So A and A represent 3 and C represent 7. So 3 into 7, 21. Numerator same. So 300 divided by 21, we will get 14 point something. So the value that you are getting after decimal point you can neglect. Okay, so 14. And A minus C. So here we are having now value of cardinality of A intersection C, that is 14 point something, and A earlier we have calculated, that is 100. Okay, so we may get value of cardinality of A minus C, that is 100 minus this 14. So we have got 86. So this integer represent 86 represent integer divisible by 3. A minus C means present in A, absent from C. So A represents divisible by 3, C represents divisible by 7. So A minus C will represent divisible by 3 but not by 7. So what is cardinality of A minus C? That is 86. So 86 numbers will be there which are divisible by 3 and not divisible by 7. Okay. Now I hope you are getting these problems. Okay. If you find it difficult, you pause video. Okay. Wherever required, you try to solve these examples at your own. Okay. So that's all for this session. Remaining part we will discuss in next session. Thank you.